And welcome back to the Yes Functional Longevity Podcast. We give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. My name is Chris Porter, best-selling author and owner of Y.E.S Fitness. And I would first like to thank you for taking time to listen to what I have to say. I hope today's information is pertinent and helpful for you. I find this is a very interesting and exciting topic to talk about. Before I go any further, just a little bit of housekeeping. You can get a transcript or a timestamp of today's broadcast if you head on over to yesfitnessct.com, scroll to the bottom of the page, and hit the podcast link, and you'll see all of our 240 podcasts where you can get any information that you're looking for. You can also get these broadcasts wherever you normally listen to your podcasts. That's it for today's housekeeping. Although I have one other thing, we are open for all our normally scheduled sessions. Easter weekend, we're open Good Friday all day. We are open on Saturday, and we are also open on Monday. So just keep that in mind. We have no closings because of the holiday. So new blockbuster research reveals how fasting slows aging in humans. Very exciting. Calorie restriction is proven intervention to slow aging in animals, but now a recent study published in the journal Nature Aging shows evidence of slowing the pace of biological aging in a human randomized trial. Caloric restriction can slow the pace of aging in healthy adults. I think it's super fascinating. I'm really excited about this because all the research has been done on other species. Now they have some actual research done on humans. In a first of a kind randomized control trial, which was very recent, they just published this in February 2023 in the journal Nature Aging. An international team of researchers led by Butler Columbia Aging Center at the Columbia University Mailman School of Public Health, a mouthful, shows that caloric restriction can slow the pace of aging in healthy adults. The Calorie, and this is all uppercases trademark, Calorie, intervention showed the pace of aging measured from participants' blood DNA methylation using the algorithm Dunedin Pace, PACE, which stands for Pace of Aging, computed from the epigenome. So Dunedin Pace is a new addition to the fast-growing list of DNA methylation tests designed to measure aging. The intervention effect of Dunedin Pace represented a 2 to 3% slowing of the pace of aging, which in other studies translates to a 10 to 15% reduction in mortality. 10 to 15% reduction in mortality risk. That is an effect similar to smoking cessation intervention. Just like if you were to quit smoking, 10 to 15% reduction. Amazing. Before I go any further, Calorie, Calerie, is an acronym for Comprehensive Assessment of Long-Term Effects of Reducing Intake of Energy. Amazing that they were able to come up with that acronym. So research has shown in the past that worms, flies, mice, calorie restriction can slow biological process of aging and extend a healthy lifespan. It's much easier to determine this since scientists can completely control these environments. It's difficult to control a human being's life. It's difficult to control all the environments that a human has in its life. There are just too many variables. But what made this study unique is a measure of blood DNA methylation. So we've talked about DNA methylation before. Just to review, DNA methylation is a process by which a molecule called methyl group is added to DNA. This modification typically occurs at specific locations within the DNA sequence and can have an impact on gene expression, meaning the gene, what it's supposed to do. When a methylation group is added to a DNA molecule, it causes the associated gene to be turned off or to be expressed at a lower level. So, in other words, it's not going to do what it's supposed to do. This is because the methyl group can interfere with the binding of transportation factors, which are proteins that control the expression of genes. In this way, DNA methylation can play an important role in regulating gene expression and influencing a wide range of biological processes. The development of disease. This is a problem. Now, as we age, our DNA undergoes a gradual process of DNA methylation. This means that certain genes that were once active may become inactive, while others that were once inactive may become active. And this process can have a profound impact on our health and well being. For example, some studies have shown that DNA methylation can affect the function of immune systems, making us more susceptible to disease as we age. Additional changes in DNA methylation have also been associated with the development of certain types of cancer. So, DNA methylation is a key player in the aging process, and it's something we need to pay close attention to if we want to stay healthy and vibrant as we age. The Calorie Phase 2 randomized control trial, funded by the U.S. National Institute of Aging, is the first ever investigating the effects of long-term calorie restriction in healthy, non-obese humans. I just want to stress that right now this research has been on healthy, non-obese humans. When we start to get into unhealthy people and obese human beings, all of the kind of factors can come into play. So we're talking about healthy, non-obese humans. And this could be a great reason why you want to get healthy, why you want to exercise, why you want to lose some weight, why you want to be at a healthy weight. So the trial randomized 220 healthy men and women at 3 sites in the U.S. And what they did was they had a 25% calorie reduction or restriction or a normal diet for 2 years. So either 25% calorie restriction or they're on a normal diet so that they had some kind of control. To measure biological aging in calorie trial participants, researchers analyzed blood samples collected from trial participants at pre-intervention baselines and after 12 and 24 months for follow-up. Humans live a long time, so it isn't practical to try to follow them until we have differences in aging related diseases or survival. It's just they live a long time, so it's hard to figure it all out. Instead, scientists rely on biomarkers developed to measure the pace and progress of biological aging throughout the study, the 12-month and the 24-month phase periods. Researchers analyzed methylation marks on DNA extracted from white blood cells. And DNA methylation marks are chemical tags on the DNA sequence that regulate the expression of genes and are known to change with aging. Right down to the white blood cells. So in the primary analysis, researchers focused on 3 measures of DNA methylation data. We've talked about some of these before, which we've called about epigenetic clocks. So the first 2 were the pheno age and the Grimm age clocks, which these clocks estimate biological age, or the chronological age at which a person's biology would appear normal. These measures can be thought of as odometers that provide a static measure of how much aging a person has experienced. The third measure in the study, which researchers used, was the Dunedin pace, which estimated the pace of aging or the rate of biological deterioration over time. Not where you're at, but the rate at which you're deteriorating. And the Dunedin pace can be thought of as a speedometer. How fast or how slow are we aging? The difference in results suggests that dynamic pace of aging measured by the Dunedin pace may be more sensitive to the effects of intervention than measures of static biological age. Researchers believe that this study found evidence that calorie restriction slowed the pace of aging in humans. These findings are important because they provide from a randomized trial that slowing human aging may be possible. They also give us a sense of the kind of effects we might look for in trials from interventions that could appeal to more people, like intermittent fasting or time restricted eating. Time restricted eating is how I try to eat. And when I can, I try to pack all my eating between 10 and 6, about an 8-hour period. For some people, they can fast. I'm not one of those people. I get cramps, I get lightheaded, I lose energy. It's not something that I've been able to do. So keep in mind, calorie restriction is probably not for everyone. A follow up of trial participants is now ongoing to determine if the intervention had long term effects on healthy aging. In other studies, slower Dunedin is associated with reduced risk of heart disease, stroke, disability, and dementia. So I find this fascinating and encouraging that researchers have found ways to accurately measure the pace of aging, not just what age we're at, but at what pace we are aging. Plus, they've been able to do it on humans. This DNA studying is just blows my mind beyond my comprehension, but it's so important because it shows that with just some lifestyle changes, we can actually affect how we age. We want to have that aging process right in our hands. It's something that we can take care of. It doesn't just happen with our genetics. Genetics has a part to do with it, about 20%, but lifestyle is so, so important. All the things that we talk about all the time, nutrition, and not even so much sometimes what we eat, but how often we eat, as we can see from today's study. Exercise, I think, is one of the most important things. Sleep, recovery, hydration, stress, all those types of things are very important in the aging process. So if you want to try to take advantage of this study and you're having some type of issue with your lifestyle, maybe you're not exercising enough, maybe you're not sleeping well, maybe you need some help with your nutrition, you can take advantage of our 25-year special. We've now been in business for 25 years. We've helped people just like you achieve the goals over the last 25 years. So we got our Take Your Life Back program at a special price of $25 for 25 days, where you're going to be able to work with a team of experts who've been helping people for 25 years, for 25 days. So if you ever wanted to check us out, what better time now? In 25 days, I can make a change in your life, and you'll be able to see those changes. As always, if you have any questions, get a hold of me. However you like, I'd be more than happy to. I hope this information. I know I will continue with my restricted eating pattern that I do. Well, they haven't determined what pattern is best yet, but I think that some type of prolonged fasting is important in the aging process. So thanks again for watching. You can look for more information next week. We're going to tell you how to get stronger and live better. Thanks for watching.